Well, guys, 40 years ago today, I made my mom a mother. It's my birthday today. I am 40 years old today, and I am going to see my mom.
Well, I've been 40 for a whole 5 days now. Good afternoon, guys. 40 years and 5 days old. Let's do some work in the garden today. Check out what we have going on here. So I did some fertilization the other day. This is my Hubbard squash taken off. Watermelons, probably gonna need to be separated soon. These tomatoes recuperated fantastically after the fertilization. Squashes there, or maybe cucumber, I can't remember. This onion was actually given to me by one of my coworkers. It had started rooting and sprouting in her fridge, so she brought it to me and told me to plant it, and I did. So there that is. Got some green onions coming up. My basil is looking really nice in my little herb pot. My thyme, my mint is getting its color back. I was actually getting a little worried about that stuff. It was turning yellow and brown, and it was just looking kind of gross, but after a good fertilization, it's looking a lot better. These are my septic area plants. So I definitely need to do some weeding, but 2 out of the 3 watermelon vines that I planted here are doing very well. This one's starting to grow. That's exciting, right? I think it is. Definitely, like I said, need to come out here and do some weeding, but that's so exciting to see. Then we got the cantaloupe. It's doing pretty good as far as growth. I don't know what all this spotting is, but I'm not too stressed out about it. This pepper got stepped on, so it's coming back. This pepper is doing great. I see some little buds forming there. This tomato is looking nice and healthy. Yes. These tomatoes over here are getting quite tall, putting off some flowers. I don't know if they're, it looks like had some issues with pollination. Got a couple more back there. My kohlrabi, I don't know that I'll get anything out of it, honestly, but I'm just letting it grow because it looks nice. All these new leaves came up after fertilizing. This guy got some new leaves too. This is the last kale plant I have. All these are new leaves after the fertilizing. Here's my Swiss chard looking healthy after the, I'm not going to keep repeating it, fertilizing. Look at that cilantro back there. I need to chop some of that and dehydrate it, I think. Squashes, cucumbers that were given to me. This tomato is struggling a bit. I don't know if it'll make it, but all of this basil looks nice. Yes. I've got pepper seeds planted all in here. I don't think I've given it enough water for it to do anything. My thyme died. This is a spinach. Looks like it's being eaten. Out here in this little area, all these guys got fertilized too. Something munching on that. But they're looking a lot better than they were. Some more tomatoes, peppers, greening up real nicely. Ooh, those are growing right through there. Need to get those out of there. Okra, spinach, borage. So these guys look good. I don't know if you can see the sun blaring. We got some flowers on here. Need to fertilize. Fertilize, that's not the word. Pollinate. Just do a little flicky flick. But these guys are looking really healthy now. I keep having this issue where they'll look really healthy and then all of a sudden they do this. They'll look just like this when I go to bed, and then I'll come out the next day and they'll be totally dead. So I've already had to rip out several of them that happened to, and I don't know what's causing it. I'm gonna try something today. There's another one. Some more along here. I haven't done any weeding. I don't know if I showed you guys, I put out a bunch of okra starts along here. Got some squash flowers. I saw them early this morning, looking beautiful. So in this area today, what I want to do is I got another bag of black cow and I got some wood chips, some mulch. And I just read that you're not supposed to hill your tomatoes, and I think it is causing a problem with watering because the water is just running down there to the end right there. So what I want to do is take these 2 bags of black cow I have. I'm going to fill in the trenches, and then I'm going to mulch around the tomato plants. I'm gonna take that as far as it'll go. I only have a little bit of each, so we'll see what I can get done with that. So this is the mulch I have. This is the only kind that the store had that wasn't dyed. It says it's all organic, but I don't know if it's okay to use in a vegetable garden. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but I'm gonna double check real quick before I start laying this down. Okay, so apparently it's not the best choice for your garden. It's more acidic. Water runs off of it easier, and some other things. So maybe I will keep it like away from the base of the plants. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But I think it'll work for its intended use, for what I'm intending to use it for.
Hey guys, it's actually about a week since I started filming this, yet I'm in the same shirt. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna do some more seeds today, mostly because I just want to plant. I've already watered and fertilized the garden this morning. I keep losing tomato plants in that row, so I think I'm gonna start some more tomato seeds. I also have a young girl at my church who is interested in doing a veggie garden this year, so I told her I would bring some tomato starts, so I'm gonna need to replace those starts. So I thought maybe while I did this, I would just talk to you guys, kind of catch you up on some stuff that's been going on around here with my job and everything. Today's actually Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful, lovely mothers out there. I'm hoping I'm gonna get to see my mom later today, if we can work the timing out. If not, I saw her last weekend for my birthday, so kind of the same thing. So it was a crazy week at work, and leading up to this week as well, gearing up for the holiday. It didn't turn out to be as busy as we were expecting. It wasn't as busy as Valentine's Day, and not nearly as busy as Mother's Day last year. I'm not sure what the difference was between this year and last year. We did sell out of all the arrangements that we pre-made in anticipation for it, so that was good. But I did a lot of arranging the first half and then delivering the second half, and one of those days that I was delivering was insane. It took me almost 2 hours to find one of the houses I was supposed to be delivering to. This house wasn't even on the map, wasn't on Google Maps. All roads that I found that looked like it led into it were blocked off and heavily guarded. I eventually found it, but it took a while. Some other things have been going on. My favorite coworker, who is also the head designer and office manager at my job, put in her notice 2 weeks ago, and I've been really sad ever since, because like I said, she is my favorite coworker, such a sweetheart, and she made it easier for me to go to work. Yesterday was her official last day. She's starting a new job on Monday, and I didn't even get to say goodbye. I'm really sad about that. She was supposed to be giving me a crash course in some funeral work that I haven't learned how to do yet, but because we were so busy with Mother's Day, we really didn't get to do that. I think my boss is going to be hiring another head designer. He did give me the option of taking a spot. I just don't feel like I'm there yet. And I certainly don't have the confidence to just take it on. At least not yet. We'll see how I feel over the next couple weeks, because I am going to get thrown into the wolves pretty much. And I'm going to have to sink or swim. One of my other coworkers, who was our delivery driver, one of our delivery drivers, we only have two, which is why I was delivering yesterday. She's been out. She was having some chest pains. She's in her early 30s, healthy girl. She's having some pain in her chest last week, and we thought it was just gas. We even have an EMT who comes and works during the holidays to help us out. She used to work at the flower shop before she became an EMT, and she thought it was just gas as well. But after 3 days of being in pain, you know, I suggested she go to the ER. She didn't want to because she didn't have insurance, but I told her, you know, it could be something serious. You don't want to play around with that. She finally went, and the first hospital she went to did an x-ray and some blood work and sent her home. Wouldn't give her anything for the pain, so her aunt took her to a different hospital, and they found out finally she had blood clots in her lungs. Very serious. So she's been out for several days. It's been a little crazy at work with all this going on. So I guess it was actually a good thing that we weren't as busy for this holiday as holidays past, because, you know, we were down several people and it would have been hard for everybody to pick up all that slack, but it worked out. I'm praying for my coworker who's still in the hospital. I miss her around there. She's very bubbly. And praying for my favorite coworker who's starting her new job tomorrow. I'm gonna miss her very much, but she's moving on to hopefully bigger and better things. I've been trying to put in more hours slightly. I'm not somebody who likes to work a ton of hours. I do greatly value my free time, and money isn't that important to me. I don't value it as highly as I value my free time. But I have been trying to put in some extra hours, basically to get ready for the fact that I'm going to have to work extra hours with my coworkers being out, and the one coworker leaving. She worked pretty much 8 to 4 or 8 to 5 almost every day. I usually work like 9 to 2, so I've been staying later and all that. Pretty tired. I was exhausted yesterday. I haven't had a whole lot of free time recently for any of my other projects that I had started. My t-shirt designing, my notebook cover creation. I also signed up to take part in a campaign for a new app, and I'm supposed to be creating a video for that, but I just haven't had the time or the energy to do that. I don't know if that will ever come to fruition. I always get really super excited when I get invited to participate in these things, and then as soon as I agree to them, I kind of just fall apart. Like, my anxiety starts getting to me, and I don't know. No energy, no time, things like that. But so mostly I've just been working and checking in on my garden, trying to do what I can for it. I need to get a water hose. I need like a 100-foot water hose to be able to reach from the back pump, well, spigot, whatever it is out there. We had a new one dug in the front yard last year, and we have a water hose out there, but that's, you know, my boyfriend's brother, he uses that one, so I need one here in the back that'll reach my garden back here. And I have enough on my Amazon gift card balance from different apps and stuff to be able to order one. I just haven't done it yet for some reason. Probably because I don't have free shipping anymore. And also, I don't think about it until I need it. And then it's too late. Oh, maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. But so I've been just carrying 5-gallon buckets of water all the way back here, and I am not that strong. It's very hard, so I need to get one of them things. By the way, I got a whole container, all my purple and yellow and triple L crop seeds all went in there. Hi, little birdie. So many birds around. We haven't had any rain, you guys. I've been trying to go mushroom foraging. Last weekend when I went to see my mom for my birthday, we picked up my sister and we went for a hike out at Newman's Lake in Gainesville at one of the trailheads. And it's just been so dry. There's no mushrooms out, which sucks. A couple weeks before that, we went out to the Swanee and did a 5-mile hike out there. Didn't see any mushrooms out there either. I've been kind of, praying for rain, and I actually feel really bad because prior to this, we were getting rain every single day that I was off, and I was getting frustrated because we couldn't do anything on my days off. Couldn't go fishing, couldn't go to the beach, couldn't go exploring, couldn't do any of that stuff because it was raining, and I was complaining about it a lot, and then it has just stopped raining. I'm not saying that I have anything to do with that, but I feel kind of like I shouldn't have complained because we desperately need the rain. Like the dirt patches in our yard are cracking. That's how dry it is, and it stays moist in this yard. Like it holds water really well because they have clay. This is the driest I've seen it in 2 years, and it's just killing everything. The trees are dying. I got 0 mulberries off that massive mulberry tree. The waxwing birds came through, ate every last berry. I'm not seeing any blackberries. The elderberries are starting to berry up. The flowers have died back on a lot of the trees, and starting to see little green berries, so that's exciting. My boyfriend's been working on various projects around the yard like he always does, keeping himself busy around here. I wish I had the energy to keep up with him. He's just go, go, go all the time. Also, that app I mentioned a few minutes ago, it's called Responda. And it basically it was created to help small YouTubers like myself monetize their channels. And mine is monetized. But anyway, it's an app that allows you to basically text your favorite creators and speak with them directly. A more intimate kind of relationship. And you donate, or they set a price or whatever. You get to talk to them for it. Like, I think that lowest rate is $2, so you pay $2 or donate $2 basically to your creator, and then you get to talk to them. More personal kind of connection. I did sign up for it, but I'm not sure how I feel about actually doing that. I don't know. I was gonna post the link in the description and all that, but I'm just not sure how I feel about it. I tried to respond to all my comments and be here for you guys if you want to talk to me. I can understand how some other creators, like some of my favorite creators who have just masses of subscribers, I would probably pay $2 to be able to ask them a question and get a response, and kind of just be able to talk to them if I had the money to do that. For someone like me, I just don't really think it's necessary. What else? Okay, so I did all my tomatoes. I think I'm gonna do more peppers. I haven't had a whole heck of a lot of luck with my peppers yet, but I'm gonna keep trying. I would like to get some corn. Going, and I did plant one potato that sprouted in the house. It's growing, but it's already turning yellow, so I highly doubt that's gonna do anything. A lot of my watermelons are starting to grow out, vine out and stuff. I think that's pretty exciting. I do have a giant watermelon in my fridge right now that my boss and his wife, they bought all of us watermelon yesterday. I thought that was really nice. And if all of these peppers that I've started actually come up and do something, I'm gonna have so many peppers on my hands. And so far, I don't think I've been keeping it I know I haven't been keeping the soil moist enough for my peppers to sprout. And it also may be that nighttime temperatures are not warm enough. But I think my number one issue is that I don't have a water hose back here, and I am not carrying that 5-gallon water bucket back here enough to keep the ground moist enough for them to sprout. But what I am going to do with all of these that I'm starting right now is I'm going to take them up to the front next to the water hose so I can keep these guys moist, hopefully get them to sprout, and then plant them up once they're pretty established back here and I have a garden hose that I can use back here. I know I've started corn in containers before. I know they don't particularly like being transplanted, but I have done it and almost successfully got ears off of it, but the worms took it out before they could even fully mature. But maybe that's what I'll try in this one. I think I just found a bone in my black cow. I guess it could just be a twig, but this is definitely shaped like a piece of bone. I don't know if you can tell. I'm pretty sure that's a bone. I'm gonna finish this up. I think I am gonna plant some corn seeds in here, and then I'll walk around and show you some updates on the plants I didn't get to when I first started this video. Well, I opened my corn seeds. Something's been living in there. I don't know if you can see. There are little bugs crawling around, and it looks like a bunch of their poop in the bottom of the bag. So I don't know if these seeds are actually going to be any good or if they've just been feasting on. But we're going to try it anyway. Alright, so over here along the side of the house, none of this gets watered unless it rains. Hopefully that'll change soon, but I think this is, I don't remember if I think it's some kind of cucumber. My tags have bleached out, so I can't remember what kind. This is one of my peppers. Two different kinds of tomatoes there, and another pepper. This one hasn't grown hardly any since I put it over here. And this is some more of those cucumbers that were given to me. So they're doing okay for not getting any watering. Over here in this area, things are looking great. Definitely gonna have to do some weeding. Get rid of all this Biden's alba that's trying to take over. But we have several squash plants that are getting really big. Here as well. I don't know, that looks like some kind of disease. This one's looking better than that one, but it also has the same markings, so I don't know. This watermelon, not doing good, but this one is growing. And this is another squash. This doesn't get any water either, but it seems to be doing fairly well. I'm trying to figure out where back here I could do my corn. This looks like a really good spot. I do have to keep in mind, which I didn't really think about when I started this. This is kind of flat up here, but it starts to roll downhill. All that's downhill. Good amount of sun here for sure. But I just don't know if it's flat enough. My other option could be along here. This is nice and flat through here. Looks like it won't be too much of a problem to do some digging and make a spot for it, but looks are very deceiving in this yard. I could also maybe plant it back here, or even maybe if I could clean out this area a little more, because we get a good amount of sun in all of this yard this time of year. I was telling you guys about what keeps happening with my tomatoes, and it's taking out another plant. As you can see,
This one was one of my most healthy tomatoes, and in just a couple of days it's turned into this. And I'm not understanding, you know, I was thinking maybe it had something to do with water, but now I'm thinking maybe it's some kind of pest or disease. Because I mean, the rest of them just look great, but it's already taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my tomato plants. It's working on the 6th one. None of these in this row have gotten it. So is it contagious? Is it just this row? I don't know. I love the smell of tomato plants. Sometimes I think I grow them just for the smell. Anytime I've touched them and I smell my hands afterwards, I just love that smell. As you can see, I did get the mulch down. This is all I got out of that one bag. I think it was 1 cubic yard or something like that. I got most of this done and over the hills, and I also put some on my little okra starts. I think these are the tomato starts I'm going to be giving to Miss Lydia at church. Or I may do this one because it has a mixture of different kinds of tomatoes in it. Probably pull out the little ones that aren't doing so well, but just give her something to start with. She's only 5, but she's already got some flowers and stuff going. She came to me a few weeks ago and asked what she should plant, and I told her that she should probably start with cucumbers. Those are the easiest and the fastest growing and stuff like that. So I think her parents took her to get some cucumber seeds. I'm looking forward to seeing how well she does with that. So that's everything that I have going on in the garden areas with planting and all that. I think I've updated you guys on most of the stuff I wanted to tell you about anyway. Still waiting to hear if I'm going to get to go see my mom for Mother's Day. I hope you guys have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I thank you for hanging out with me over the last week while I film this, and hopefully I will see you guys again real soon. Bye guys.